Schoolhouse. So the Schoolhouse is where you go to work and teach, but you probably can back this up. But it is like a firestorm of rumors and the next thing that's going to happen. So you always kind of filter things out to what's going on. Obviously the MD-11, I'm going for an MD-11 currency sim. And of course the question is like, why are you doing that? I mean, is this airplane coming back? UPS says they're done with it. So, why are we here doing this?
I wonder if UPS is keeping their MD-11 pilots current.
I don't know what they have been doing. And at this point, I would say they're not. The question is like, if there's a bid opening, I'll ask my buddy Jay and see what he says. If there's bids opening,
Jays do you know?
How they think you're gonna handle it. I know a lot. Like everybody I know his name, Jay, John,
everybody
or Mike.
you're like Jay was talking to me the other day. Jay, and the viewer is going to be like, this guy's just making up names. He uses Jay every time.
Listen, I'll have Nicole come on the show and she'll verify, or Anna or Grace. They'll be like, everybody knows.
Because your buddy that does the Lower the
Mike.
Bar podcast, that's Jay as well, right?
His name is Jay. That's correct. Yep. The guy who makes the goofy cartoon things for Instagram, his name is Jay. Like, no kidding, that's his name.
Goodness gracious! All right. The guy that shared a crash pad with us, his name is Jay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So anyway, so the Schoolhouse can really just. There's a lot going on down there. So the first guy I was in the sim with, there's a 2-day sim, so 2 events, different instructors, different guys, and I had seat support. So you're getting another instructor that's at home. That's an MD-11 guy, and he's got an opinion too, right? So you got all kinds of things going on. So those 2 guys, the first day, were like,
I'm laughing because I can relate to this so well.
Yeah, I know, right?
I can picture this. I see that. I got it.
And I'm quiet, like I'm just sitting there in the corner, like I'm
like, can we just check the boxes and go home?
Well, I'm curious, but I'm like everything I say they're going to discount anyways because they're official.
You're just a stupid FO, man.
Yeah, I'm just the Dumbo in there, so I'm just a fly on the wall listening to their stuff. So, but those 2 are pretty convinced that the jet's never coming back. It's never going to fly again. I'm like, okay, so I listened to that, and then the next day. That guy was pretty positive on it, and he was saying that he spoke to some of his friends that do maintenance stuff, and according to him, again, everybody's best friend is the number one guy in maintenance, and he's.
Well, I heard from so and so who knows so and so that we're doing this.
Classic stuff. I mean, this is just how it is. So he's saying that they have the airplanes like fully open and ready. And they're totally ready to do whatever Boeing says, but Boeing is saying nothing. There's literally nothing from Boeing. So
I believe that.
Yeah, I do too.
Just because I think Boeing has gotten such a bad rap over the last, decade that they're probably nervous to put anything out. Not nervous, but they don't want to put anything out till they're 100% accurate just because the fear of lawsuits at this point.
Yeah, so let's turn back the clock a little bit. So the 737 MAX has major problems in 2018, 2019. And the 2 big accidents there are Lion Air and Ethiopian Airlines that crash and kill 346 people. The MCAS system has to do with the computer software that runs the angle of attack and the stall system. And what it does is Boeing, and this is a huge story that goes back, but Boeing decides that they're only going to use one system to do this. Most systems like that are redundant with 2 computers. Boeing figures out they can save like $1 billion if they don't, I don't even know how much it is, but they're going to save a ton of money if they only do one system. And it's actually called the Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System. That's what MCAS is. And what it does is it pitches the nose down because it thinks that the airplane's stalling. And there's a way to override it, but they never tell the pilots how to do that. And this is where Lion Air and Ethiopian Airlines get in trouble and causes 2 massive crashes. And people are really upset about that. And obviously Boeing knows that there's a serious problem. Now they have other problems with the MAX as well. There's a midair door blowout that happens on Alaska flight. There's an engine smoke fire issue that happens from 23 to 25. But if we go back to 2018, 2019, this is when the FAA grounds the MAX. So the MAX is on the ground and Boeing's got to figure out what's going on. So it doesn't take too long for them to figure out what's going on and that they have to do a fix to the MCAS system and the software itself. And from the time that the FAA grounds the aircraft until the time that Boeing realizes we got to fix this computer system, so we're going to update the software, then what they do is we have to put out a training system that's going to actually train the pilots to intervene if the MCAS system activates, because both these activations happen at low altitude. The second one that happens on Ethiopian Airlines, they start recognizing it and correcting it, but it's too late. And that's what's like the pilots were intervening, but it was just too late because they were too low to the ground. So they come up with a training plan that says this is how we're going to fix it, and they got to go out now and teach all the airlines how to do this system or this training program upgrade, and then the airlines have to innovate, and then the FAA's got to sign off on it and say you're good to go. So it takes 20 months from the day that the jets are grounded to the day that all this stuff happens. So if you go back to the UPS crash, that was on November 4th, 5th, something like that.
So it's 20 months that the MAX was grounded. I don't remember.
Yeah, the MAX on the ground for 20 months until they can fly.
I didn't think it was that long.
Yeah, so almost 2 years.
You've been listening to the Black Box Aviation Podcast. Real pilots, real stories, and aviation news the way it's actually talked about in the cockpit. If you like what you heard, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow so you don't miss an episode. Until next time, keep the blue side up, and we'll see you at altitude.